as an artist, you feel good about something you've done, and then you put it aside, and maybe it's the next day even. You look at it again and go, well, that didn't work. I've been drawing again a lot lately. Posted some drawings when I first started that just the technique was lacking. Is like in my head I want to combine my ability to paint, realistically, and this other stuff that comes out of my head, the cartoon stuff and the folk art and the outsider stuff and all this jumbled stuff that's up in there. Like added, well, here's a page. Like, see that woman, see her arm? I added that kind of heavy line to the outside, so that like gives some depth to the room, like lighting and depth. And I've done this thing more often where, well, I drew this with his hand moving, but I've been doing that a lot more lately because I don't want like the characters just to sit there, because that's not what my style is. My style is energy. So I've tried to do things that create that energy and just get the painting like to come off the page. Combine all that with the emotion of the piece and storytelling, and that's like where I've always been headed with this. Realized after years of drawing this stuff that I didn't like how I drew the eyes. But it's tomorrow I could get up and go, what the hell were you thinking? And it's not like a circle with a dot in the middle of it is hard to do, but I decided that they just weren't expressive. This whole song, Jesus, I've Got No Clue, is based on the way I live my life, because I don't have a clue. You got no clue. Jesus, don't know what to do. Do something like, like there's gospel and blues, and they're always conjuring up the Lord, and especially gospel, because that's their business. But the blues, and so like, oh Lord, I've screwed up. Gospel, it's like, oh Lord, well, I've screwed up and save me. And blues, I'm not sure if they really want to be saved or not. I mean, they weren't doing what they needed to do for the character and the piece. So I kind of like started to set the eyes out towards the outside of the head, and that just did it. So here is Jesus, you took a nail through the hand. These are all just lyrics from the song, so I don't have to really go into them. But so that's why I'm illustrating. So I've got this woman, and I thought, well, how do you illustrate that? Well, maybe you have a poster of Jesus being wanted, and you're hammering him up, like on a wall someplace. So I have him, her putting a nail through his hand, just sort of symbolic. The point, I'm doing this because it's more fun to look at video, frankly. I agree with that, than look at static images. But I've gone ahead and scanned them and posted them to my website so that you can see cleaner images. Like Jesus, I can barely tie my shoes, so God dang confused. And so I figured, well, like, when do you can barely tie your shoes? Well, either you're like totally drunk, but if you're drunk, you usually got your shoes on. So I figure in the morning when you wake up from being drunk and you're totally hungover, that's when tying your shoes are hard. And it'd be really hard if you got a prostitute demanding her money and her mean dog ready to bite your leg in some strange room that you don't remember going to the night before. Jesus, I Have No Clue is based on a song I wrote. 1, 2, 3, 4, open up heaven's door. This is like the chorus. And so I've got this, this 50s style woman angel flying, she's kind of flying up towards the pearly gates. And there's Jesus down there. Open up the paranormal gates. And I put Charlie Patton in here. Here's a drawing of Charlie Patton. And if Charlie's in heaven, then heaven's going to be, a pretty fun place. Unless you're a woman, because I think he's pretty hard on his women. I'm, not sure if he beat them or not. Maybe he did. But anyway, it'd be great if he was there playing the guitar. Let's just put it that way. And I don't even know how to go about talking about songwriting. I mean, I'm sure it's the same process. And of course, to get to heaven, you have to fight the devil. Now, see, in the other video I posted when I did this, I didn't like my devil, so I drew the devil on another piece of paper and I photoshopped it and blurred it and put it in here. And I kind of liked that page, but when I did it, even when I did it, I told myself, it's just fake, And I relied on, digital drawing for so long that it's just a really bad habit to break. And I never thought I would just go all to, back to natural medium, which is where I started because I'm 53, man. I didn't start using the computer until 1986, and I bought a Mac Plus. So I started, but then I shifted to all digital because, you're young and you got to keep up on things and what's happening in this digital art. Well, I'm, 53 now and I don't give a fuck anymore. So I'm going back to what I did as a kid, That's the whole point of everything I'm doing, basically, is rediscovering, that energy and that thinking, when I was a child, much to the consternation of my wife. So Satan, it's got to be the same process as visual art, so I'm probably trying to do the same thing. Like combine like things I hear in my head that are like sort of normal sounding, or you're going to get spanked by somebody when you go to heaven. So I'm like bending over there, or somebody's bending over there and he's saying, oh God, but I don't know if it's like, oh God, I'm going to get whacked by this big club, or oh God, I'm going to get whacked by this big club. Maybe he likes it, I don't know. So originally I just had a paddle. And I thought, what the hell? The devil's just not going to use a paddle and give him a love tap. He's going to use a club with spikes in it, man. Or standard sounding with this other stuff that's going on there, which isn't so standard. So Hitler had a dog, so I figured the devil's got pets. Other than just us. So in this, you want to be saved. So there's one lyric in the song where I've got Jesus and Satan fighting in the Superdome. Punch the devil. No, let me punch Jesus. No, I'm the devil. No, I'm Jesus. No. Who's stronger? Who would beat each? Who would win? The devil or Jesus? Who's stronger? And then you'd come up with like, well, Jesus has magical powers, and like the devil has command of fire and brimstone and evilness. Like his brain works like evilness, and Jesus' brain doesn't understand evil. But this old blues singer, going to heaven. Everybody has such a hard life, and we all do things that were really bad. And I just hope that we're all just not, damn. Yeah, especially me, because I'm still doing a few bad things, but I'm slowing down on that. And Satan don't know what to do. Satan ain't got no clue. Satan, just tell me what you're gonna do. What you gonna do now, Satan? But I thought it would be funny, like he's knocking, but he's not looking for heaven because he's looking for the crossroads, and Jesus opens the door. Crossroads, that's the door, so maybe there's like a separate heaven for blues people, where they can go and still sing their music and it's okay, because, there's a lot of blues songs out there, and I don't know if they'll be allowed to sing them in heaven, which would be a shame.